I was in Luzira in 2011 in B2. I slept on the mattress that the Honorable Mao left there.
But Chigongo was already during the Rural War, Museveni's driver between Kampala and the bush.
That the Minister for Justice and Constitutional Affairs, who is also the DP President but also a minister in the NRM government, the Honorable Norbert Mao.
Yeah, I measure him as
and I don't want by people to blame Tango Doi. Tango Doi is just a hangerman. He doesn't pass the judgment. The judgments are passed by judges elsewhere. His job is to come and chop off the head.
Thank you.
So Bariomus was unleashed, and that's why Bariomus deliberately, both Bariomus and Kadaga were complaining about elections, not to the chairman of the Electoral Commission, but to the judge himself.
Yesterday, you guided that the Minister for Justice and Constitutional Affairs, who is also the DP President but also a minister in the NRM government, the Honorable Norbert Mao, that he will guide us on the issue of the Supreme Court judgment. And you said that he will be here. I am happy he's here. Mr. Speaker, I didn't see this matter on the order paper. I am only asking you to guide us on whether you will be calling him to explain what you promised yesterday to the House.
Yes, I'll not respond to the preamble of the Honorable Semujju because it is irrelevant.
I remember when I was in Observer, there was a lady, Elizabeth somebody from Ruero. People didn't even know whether she was okay. She went and picked forms to contest first as a chairperson of NRM. But even in that state that people were doubting, Museveni immediately appointed her senior presidential advisor to make sure he doesn't face any election.
I was in Luzira in 2011 in B2. I slept on the mattress that the Honorable Mao left there. And actually, my first meal is what he left before he was taken to Nakasongola. So the Honorable Mao is a victim. What the Speaker did yesterday was to shift the responsibility to a person who has washed his hands clean, that I am not responsible.
Because when Professor Ule died during the Rural War, the Waganda fighters were always complaining that this thing was, this outfit was of herdsmen. So that's how Museveni made Chigongo the vice chair. But Chigongo was largely during the Rural War, Museveni's driver between Kampala and the bush. I respect him. There are many things I will not say about him, but that was his main job. Museveni goes to Kenya. When he comes back, it is Chigongo driving him to Nakulabye before he sneaks into Ruwero.
This morning, all the newspapers have names of colleagues, including the Honorable Benson Obua, who have been summoned by police over iron sheets. He has not briefed this parliament, and he knows how much pain we face when MPs are sent to jail. So the procedural issue I'm raising is whether a suspect under investigation can continue addressing parliament.
Honorable Obua is not a suspect. He is not a minister of Karamoja. There is nowhere reported in this country that there was theft of iron sheets. If iron sheets were given to Honorable Obua or to anybody else, I told you people, iron sheets were taken to my district without me knowing. Am I a thief?
But Bariomus is also not the standard of SEC. Because the Bariomus I have known, he will speak his mind. Some names he say things that are very irritating, but he can't change himself. Bariomus is Bariomus. So that's why I think he has overstayed in the SEC. So you don't belong there.
But he was just there for 5 years.
No, he was there there was an extension because of COVID.
No, he came during COVID.
I came during COVID.
Okay. Oh dear. So you had to leave because you are a Yomonsi. You are in Makerere. I was covering Museveni. So I have a fair knowledge. You may have been closer to him, but I have fair knowledge of how Museveni operates. So these new yes men and women he has assembled from Anita Mongo to Echedu. I was with Echedu, the man who can't communicate. You see, you are sure like this, they ask you, say yes. Then the moderator is suffering. Yes, about what? He said, okay. That is now the guy in the sick. I was with him.
No, he's not here. Don't discuss it.
Yeah. But the show was public. You mean we are in heaven? We are on a talk show when the man was sitting.
I know, he's not here.
So no, I'm telling you what happened. I'm not talking about him. Beyond the show, I don't know him. But he could not communicate.
But he's not here today.
Whether it was by choice, but he couldn't. The items for Karamoja will need to go to Karamoja. Madam Speaker, yesterday the leader of government business was missing here. Even today, she is missing.
I have seen.
Not representative, I mean her in fresh. So I wanted to find out if she has already been arrested because she took 3,000 iron sheets. Or she is writing a statement at police because even today
He's on procedure.
Even today the main stories in the newspapers is that ministers are going to begin recording statements. I can see Musas is still here. I don't know if he has finished his. But I want to know, and this is serious, whether the leader of government business has not been arrested. So we report to police that he's here because we have a civic duty. People that police is looking for to report when we have seen them.
I got a communication from Honorable Nabanja, the Prime Minister, that she's having another engagement and should be sending Honorable Lumumba. So she's not arrested, she's not a thief, she has not done anything.
But Museveni is not stupid. I have said this and I will repeat. Museveni is an intelligent man with a bad heart.
With a bad heart?
Yes.
No.
Very intelligent, but with a bad heart.
Museveni has a good heart.
That's how you measure him. It's you, Professor.
Yeah,
and
I measure him as
and
a
I don't
good
want by people to blame Tango Doi. Tango Doi is just a hanger man. He doesn't pass the judgment. The judgment is passed by judges elsewhere. His job is to come and chop off the head.
Thank you.
So Bariomus was unleashed, and that's why Bariomus deliberately, both Bariomus and Kadaga, were complaining about elections, not to the chairman of the Electoral Commission, but to the judge himself who had passed the judgment. This one must go. None of them was addressing Tango Doi. Tell me why. Because they should be angry with the Tango Doi. All of them, you have messed up election. But Chris was addressing the judge himself.
He was the meeting and he was the chairman. So you're addressing the chair.
Gentlemen,
Chairman,
allow me to bring in Professor here.
Because there is no democracy in NRM. This SEC, the one that he has disbanded, the last time it had a meeting was when Oranya died and they were processing the next speaker. These grant holders, they gathered at Musa Court here for a meeting, even passed resolutions. And Museveni said he has given you permission to hold a SEC meeting. He invited them. From today onwards, all SEC meetings must take place in State House and resolution number 1. Let them, both of them, say that I am lying.
You are lying.
Tango Doi, you a professor.
But you are lying.
So let Chris also say I am lying.
You are not accurate.
He said all the meetings must be in State House.
No.
Correct me.
I shall correct the record.
Then that particular SEC meeting had postponed the NRM roadmap. In the evening, Museveni said the roadmap starts tomorrow, I'm going to launch. The same people who had postponed it now walked to Plot 10 to receive Museveni to launch what they had postponed. But in the meeting, he came with the resolutions in his armpit, the one of Chigongo, and he kept saying, these Chigongo resolutions, these Chigongo resolutions. So these ones had to go. They were now wiseacking. Who are you even to sit, convene yourself and act like an institution when I am not there?
Since I am a Democrat, I want to join colleagues in thanking the President because Mr. Speaker, the President had said that at 75 you are really retired. But since at 78 he is still able and to deliver a State of Nation address, we need to thank him. My colleague, the Honorable Isa Agawa, thanked him for not sleeping, for hard work. She forgot that the President has sacrificed his entire family. The wife is a Minister for Education. The son is a senior presidential advisor. The son-in-law, Mr. Audrey Kruawogo, is senior presidential advisor on export. His brother, General Salim Saleh, is a senior presidential advisor. Some children, directors. Really, we can't thank this family enough. This kind of sacrifice, Mr. Speaker, our president is the only one who is doing this on the continent. You appoint your wife a minister, your brother a presidential advisor, your son a presidential advisor, your son.
Point of order. Right,
It's
Honorable,
not in the
there
budget.
is a point of order on you. You can guess from who.
Mr. Speaker,
Please, Honorable Semujju, you're the one on the floor. Don't mind, the Prime Minister is not on record.
even if she was on record, my judgment is known. But the point of order I am raising, Mr. Speaker, Parliament does not allocate money. There is nowhere, neither in the Constitution nor in the public finance. Parliament appropriates, approves. We have often been accused we are the ones who did not give this money. We are the ones who did not give this money. Is the Prime Minister in order, even if she's just 2 years in that office, not to know that Parliament simply approves and she accuses Parliament of not allocating money, a function that is done by government, even if she did not attend orientation?
Speaker, my brother is known that whenever he talks about the Prime Minister, he feels very good. And for me, I enjoy.
Honorable Prime Minister, please continue and conclude.
My only disappointment is not what he has said. The disappointment is that we have suffered with him. You can imagine, I slept on your mattress, the one you left there. And I don't think you celebrate those days when Mr. Museveni took you to prison. That's why you must lead us in liberating and rescuing people who are suffering the same way you are suffering. That's the only disappointment I have. That you can seek to rationalize the disobeying of a Supreme Court judgment by government agencies. At least your presence there should be like last time when I saw you also regulating why you joined and you are threatening to leave. So if they are not following the Constitution, I have known you, Honorable Norbert Mao, for a long time, since you are an MP here. You've been pushing for constitutionalism. I want to hear that Mao who speaks about constitutionalism and rule of law, not one who rationalizing people who are disobeying Supreme Court order, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Now,
I beg, since I am a whip and I am being interrupted by an MP who said he wants to sleep. Mr. Speaker, I need to be helped whether nepotism has changed the meaning. That you can have the entire family so special that special presidential advisors are picked there.
ministers of education who can't attend parliament and can send their juniors to attend every now and then are picked from that family. Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Semujju, you know, there is a language we agreed to use here. Okay?
Number 2, Mr. Speaker, is talking about the family. Mr. Speaker, when the President and General Salim Saleh picked up guns to fight for the liberation of this country, Mr. Speaker, I'm raising a point of order. When General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni and the senior presidential advisor on defense picked up guns to go and fight to liberate this country, where was the question of nepotism at that specific time? General Kainerugaba, Honorable Semujju is talking about, is a serving soldier who joined willingly. He joined the forces willingly. Is Honorable Semujju Nganda in order to continue insinuating, demeaning the personality of Yoweri Kaguta Museveni in this parliament? Is in order, Mr. Speaker, sir?
Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, this is mandatory. So I want to draw your attention and the attention of this House to the utterances made by General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, who happens to be CDF. First, that after his father is a president, no civilian will be a president in Uganda. But 2, I hear people who are jeering. Two, that as a CDF, he has now endorsed the NRM chairman for the next presidential elections. These 2 issues go against the core principles of this constitution, that a CDF, a military officer, is endorsing a candidate of a political party. But 2 is also issuing threats that no civilian will be a president after his father. So the procedural issue I am raising, Mr. Speaker, that the army will not allow, is whether the Minister of Defense must not be asked to account for these statements. We have UPDF officers who are here. Most of the time they are be quiet. They fear to tarnish the name of UPDF. But there is one who consistently breaking all the limitations in the Constitution. So, Mr. Speaker, the procedural issue, because we took the same oath. You remember, even before you became a Deputy Speaker, we all took the same oath and made an undertaking, we shall protect the Constitution. The constitutional order is being overthrown when we are looking on. So Mr. Speaker, can you, using your power, ask government to explain why a particular UPDF officer can be allowed to overthrow the Constitution, announce which candidate to support, and issuing threat to civilian that he will not allow, or the army will not allow a civilian to be a president in Uganda?
Thank you. Attorney General.
Serwanya spoke about Ed Mutwe. And Museveni's son said, I am going to castrate him. He is in the basement learning Runyankole. So here you write your wills. We will go and see whether we will survive. Because it's going to be hell. I mean, even a by-election 2 kilometers from the state center, people can be beaten the way they were beaten. I remember 2005, 2006 election. The Honorable Livingstone Okero was representing Chua. He was beaten, his people were beaten, but he's far away. he told his story after election. So really where we are now, I think we all prepare for the worst because it will happen. Charity was speaking about journalists being taken to UCC. But the one who ordered was Moz. He said they should go there and they teach them. And all of you are afraid. You will scatter around. There are very few journalists who won't even write about Moz and what he does. But he's taken over control of the country. I mean, his father is officially 80. And I'm saying officially because he said he doesn't know when he was born. One of the daughters assigned him a date in September to celebrate a birthday. And he does celebrate, by the way. A date assigned to him by one of the daughters. So really, when you see bigger NRM people trekking to Saleh, others to the sun, I don't know where our boa goes, maybe to one of the daughters. One time, the Honorable Manyamshega told me the old NRM people, his contemporary, had a meeting, a conference hall at Parliament. They said, let's say, former Vice Kaziwe be the one to chair us. We need to speak. Himself had a meeting. He came running. He said, you guys, why are you excluding me? This is a very good conversation about the future of the country. I should also participate. But he said, I am very busy, so let's postpone the one of today. I will host the next meeting. It never sat. So
everybody knows that the NRM is allergic to orderly and peaceful transfer of power. What maybe we didn't know is that this organization is the way they work. This is because all decisions are made by one man and offloaded on two others for implementation. Sometimes the implementers don't know what he wants and they cannot easily access him for clarification. This motion by 40-year-old Honorable Henry Musasi Zarganyira, born February 25, 1981, about a month into Mr. Museveni's Luwero War, is another evidence of what we are talking about, as you will see later. Areas of dissent. I like cheering. When you are cheering and I am reading, I like it. Areas of dissent.